minute early. Patience has got the better of me. First I need to find out if it's actually going to work. So bear with while we wait and find out. If I sound like a robot, if we've got internet, definitely got internet, that bit's working. I'm just waiting now to see if the rest is going to work. So bear with. Good evening if there is anyone on yet. There is no crazy rush, so it's all good. I'm not sure how this live stuff... Oh, it's got a terrible picture there, hang on. But, there we go. Yes, we can hear. So, I was actually just reading a message. Shared one of my videos, the Stiper Stone one. Shared that onto a Stiper Stones page, and someone's questioned, why isn't your dog on a lead? So, okay. Didn't know there had to be. So, probably going to get trouble for that now. There was loads of dogs up there. None of them are on leads. You know, when you get into wildlife, as far as, yes, my dog's bouncing around chasing a bird. My dog is not going to catch a bird. She can barely catch her own food, and that's in a bowl. So she's never going to catch a bird. Sheep and stuff, yes, you know, when the babies are nearby, you put them on leads. That's just common sense. Dogs and dogs, when they're on leads, put them on a lead. Common sense. Walking around the middle of a hill, I didn't realise they had to be on a lead. So yeah, public apology number one. So we're going to just hold on a second and see who pipes up, see if anyone is on. As we know, the live stuff works better when you chat. So, anything you want to talk about, drop it in the chat, and I'll try and keep up. There's not many that chat, so it's all right. But we'll try and get a bit of involvement whilst we're having a drink and chatting about rules, i.e. dogs on leads. Yes, I've got a few little small topics to go over. It's going to be a short one tonight. I am extremely tired, quite frankly. So I don't think I'm going to be on for too long. But hopefully, we're all looking good. Audio's still good. Picture's okay. It says I'm 360p over here. I have no idea why, because it should be 1080, but it says it's 360. Hey, maybe it will render itself. I don't know. I'm just glad we got audio. So, let's start off with, yes, good evening. The thumbnail. I can't remember what I wrote now. Something about promotion. Self-promotion, okay? I have a Facebook page, or Ben Finch and I have a Facebook page called A View to Meet. Now that's promotion in itself. But we are very, very relaxed on the rules, and maybe that's because it's a small group and it's a nice little community that we can be relaxed. I don't know. You'll see where this is going. So, on some of the other groups, Katie says hi. I'm going to try and obviously do two things here. Katie says hi and 1080p there on Andrews. Good, that's all right. It's just this old laptop then. But good. Right, so anyway, self-promoting. You post something on various groups. I'm not going to try and name and shame any groups because that's not what I'm here to do. And all groups offer their own thing as to what you want to gain out of that group. But surely by putting something on a group with your name on it, you are self-promoting your work. Be it professional, be it hobby, whatever. Be it for likes, be it for dislikes, be it for criticism. You are self-promoting your work. So it kind of baffles me that you're not allowed to self-promote, i.e. put a YouTube link on, because it takes you away from their page. And I believe that's what their fear is that, you know, these admins and whatever start these groups to be quite selfish in their group. And then when people get steered away from there, they get all upset and bothered. It's a free world. People can go to any group they want. There's a million bloody photo groups, YouTube channels, whatever. There's loads of stuff. So I don't really grasp why they're so touchy about you sharing anything. Hi, Josh. Thanks for coming in, guys. Got a few on, so that's nice. Always makes it better. And anyone in this group now will pretty much have had these same problems. You know, Josh is from the sort of the urbex exploring kind of side. And in his forums and whatever that he uses, a lot of them you can't say where you are. For obvious reasons. You go into an abandoned building, you don't want suddenly 400 bloody YouTubers and photographers rocking up the next day, trespassing or whatever all over this property. So I kind of grasp why you can't say it. But then you get another group, which I wish, if this wasn't live, I could have all this set up and show you all the screenshots, because this was hilarious. So I put on 3 pictures of the poppy fields on various forums, but I put them on a UK landscape. UK landscape photographers or something like that. And the admin blocked it straight away and said, you can only post one at a time. Fair enough. Again, don't really grasp why, but that's the rules, so that's what I done. So I posted another one, and I said, a beautiful poppy field in Shropshire. They blocked it again and said, too vague. I'm just like, right, I'm going to take the piss now. So I did, and I made it quite clear I took the piss. I put third time lucky, maybe this will be accepted. This is a poppy field in Lilleshall, in Telford, in Shropshire, in the world, in the universe, in the galaxy, so on. As many things as I could quite frankly think of. And then I posted that, and then they accepted it. I was like, I put it in my own group, and I was just like, bet this doesn't get accepted, and it did. And I was just like, oh my God, they've accepted that. Like, I'm blatantly taking the mick. And they accepted it. I was like, whoa. So then Ben pipes up and says, I'm not quite sure I can work out where this is. Have you got any more information? Something like that. And obviously I knew he was taking the mick. You know what I mean? We'd already kind of not pre-planned it, but I knew something was coming. You know what I mean? So I then put on the coordinates, as in the lateral and the longitude. I put on the coordinates of exactly where that point is where I stood. And someone was like, oh, I can't believe you gave him the coordinates. He's just rude. Oh, I can't believe he was so rude asking you where it was and all this. And they were like proper biting. And I was just like, this is crazy. And I was like, I know him. It's called sarcasm. Clearly that joke went way over your head. And then everyone's trying to backtrack. I was just like, really? But, train. Come on, it's been a while. That is the 2035 to Birmingham. New Street. I don't know if it's the fast or the stopper. I haven't got that much information. But yeah, so you're not allowed to promote, but then there's other groups that want all this information, and it's hard. I just spam all the groups, and if they don't accept it, they just block them. I'm not bothered. I don't muck around with some of the groups. I can't be bothered to get into the ins and outs. There are some very poisonous groups out there. I saw one on the Canon one once. Well, I said I wouldn't name it. Shame. Whoops. And someone put a hashtag in. Please remove your post. No hashtags. Bloody hell. Yeah, and yet another group will encourage a hashtag because they'll have a competition, hashtag furry dog, whatever. They'll encourage then the hashtag, and if you're in a lot of groups and forums, you get yourself all confused, and it's crazy. So yeah, A View to Meet, we're all right. We allow anything. It's a bit stupid sometimes, but again, scroll on by. If you don't like it, it's all good. It doesn't matter. Just scroll on by. So that was the no hashtags. But yeah, so I don't get the whole. You can't promote. So if anyone's got any more information and they're watching this, put something on. Let me know if you've had any experience or you know why. There must be a reason. Is it purely jealousy that they don't want you being a big page or you taking it away from their page? Or is they want to keep the thread clean? Maybe they don't want everyone just dropping links. I've had issues with groups in the past where they just drop a link and disappear, and hope that you're all going to go to them and subscribe and whatever. And I don't do it for that reason. As we all know, I clearly do just YouTube for a laugh. The live stuff is nerve-wracking. It really is. I get all funny tummy. What else have we got? Let's have a drink. Let's see if anyone's got any questions. One main reason the Urbex group's locations say is no place being trashed but torched. And torched, like most have. Exactly, yeah. I did mention it very early on. I think from their point of view, that makes perfect sense. You're going to go to an old abandoned building. One, you probably shouldn't be in there anyway. Two, you go and say, oh, I went here and it's da-da-da. Everyone's going to go. The Adventures of Lord Chris on Instagram. Okay, The Adventures of Lord Chris. Man, that bloke finds some places. I don't know where he finds them or how he finds them. He's obviously in a community where they do very well at finding stuff. He found this mine over in Wales where they used to dump the cars. I can't remember the full story, but honestly, go check out his Instagram. The Adventures of Lord Chris. And this is you can't work out his cars to start with, and then you realise how big this hole is. And basically, these old cars that they didn't want, they would just push them in the mine. Apparently, there's like tanks in there and stuff from World War, like some old wagons and stuff from World War I or II. Apparently, new comment. Admins using it to promote their own business, so don't want the competition of others doing similar. Yeah. Which just seems really petty. Yes, I've got my own group, but I'm not doing it for me. I'm not going to gain anything from it. I'm no more than anyone else in that group's going to gain. So I don't grasp, and that is one of the problems I have with one of the YouTube ones, that when we started calling someone out for basically doing that, they got quite fussy with us and we had to leave. well, some of us were kicked, weren't they, Ben? Mm. But I still don't grasp the logic. So yes, I called it no promoting. Promote what you like on mine. I'm not fussed. I give other channels shout outs and all sorts because I'm just here for me. Simple as that. I have no issues with anything. I just do me. I had someone comment the other day. Congratulations for getting over 400 subs. Didn't know I did. I barely check it. I do. You know, the wife would be like, "Yeah, you do. You're on your phone all the time." I do go on and look, but not very often. Not as often as she thinks. You know, I've got more than one thing to check. You know what I mean? Other girlfriends, you know, secret jobs, things like that. I've got plenty to keep up on. I'm not always just on my phone on YouTube. I had loads of issues with local groups and YouTube links. I called them out and it got removed from the group. Exactly. I just don't get it. There's a lot of poisonous people out there, probably in all genres. You know, certainly not just photography. I just don't grasp why some people are doing it just for themselves, but make out they're creating this group to have fun. You know, the group that Ben and I started was purely to get people interacting. That was the idea, because there's so many dead pages that do nothing. You dump and run. So we wanted to create a group where people did have a similar interest, hence we expanded it. It's not just photo, it's not just YouTube, it is photography and film. If it's related to any of them, be it you just go out and little vlog some little adventures, or be it you make movies, or you are an A-class photographer, the idea was to get people engaging, to get some comments, to get some meets, you know what I mean? Hence it's called A View to Meet. And that's paid off brilliantly. A bit more on my end, I'll be honest, because I know a few more up this way anyway. But Ben has had some success out of it, and I assume there are some other people in the group that have also met other people through this group, even if it's just you meet on there and message private. Excellent. It doesn't have to be done through the group. It's just a way of, oh, I didn't realise you live so close. Warm me up. Go out. You know what I mean? Also, was it Ian? Ian Sanderson, photography. Northern bloke he is. Get well soon, Ian. If you're watching. You should be, you're doing nothing else. But yeah, he was talking on the group about how that he let me just get this right in the right way. He'd done sort of a photo shoot at this beagle. He's got a couple of beagles, okay, the dogs, and he'd done this photo shoot with all these different beagles when they had a big meet up in a local park. He took loads of photos and he shared them on another beagle group. His photos on another beagle group, and he watermarked them. You know, as a lot of people do. Me personally, don't massively see the point, because if they're that bothered, they'll just remove it anyway. But yeah, they removed all his pictures and said you can't because they're watermarked. Self-promotion. Oh, like, were they that worried that someone might say, your photos are nice, can you take a picture of my dog? What's that going to bother anybody? I don't grasp it. Like I say, you've got your name on it anyway. So if they're that fussed, they will contact you. It's beyond me. I'm lost for words. So that was my brief introduction or chat about no promotion, of which I encourage, because why not? You ain't going to get anywhere else in it. How are people going to find you? You know, you go on a group, Canon photography, 14,000 people, and you're not allowed to even like say who you are. It's crazy. One of the craziest ones I've seen is she did a walk in Shropshire, and because she went just out of the Shropshire part of the trail and came back in Shropshire, she got her comments turned off for it. Yeah, for that 20 seconds or 20 metres, she probably should have said, I'm now in Stafford, and then crossed back in or something. It doesn't make sense. Oh, Ben's here. You've missed it, Ben. I've been talking about it. Your ear's been burning. Just chatting about the that fun YouTube group we're in. That was interesting. So come on, let's fire some questions, even if we're off topic now. It doesn't matter. Let's get some questions while I have a drink, and yes, let's keep it going a little bit longer, because I don't want to end it yet. I quite enjoy it once I warm up. I just didn't have a great deal to talk about, but I'll think of something. Oh, tomorrow, being Monday, that's why I added her to View to Meet. Well, there you go, yeah. We won't tell her off for that. It's fine. Say where you were. Someone else might tell you off, like they've just told me off for not putting my dog on the lead. Let's see if they've replied. They have. Maybe. I've got a comment. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. That's a shame. Yeah. why isn't that dog on a lead? It's not that dog. How dare you? Do I say that child? No, it's my dog. And it was obvious it was my dog. I was bloody filming it. Anyway, tomorrow, some summer solstice, I am going to do a photo shoot for HEP, I believe it is, coaching, which is a outdoor swim, free swim, what do you call them, open water swim, something like that. So we're going to do that for the sunset, which the sunset is not looking promising. But these nutcases still swimming it anyway. So I'm going to do that. So I've been invited back. I've done the autumn equinox one, excuse me, which there is a vlog way down in the channel now because that was last October. I like churn videos out, as you all know. But yes, I'm going to do that tomorrow. So that'll be fun. The wife's coming with me. I probably will vlog it, even though I probably shouldn't because I'm working. I can vlog the beginning and I can vlog the end and then just do the working bit in between. But yeah, bunch of nutters just going into the water for a swim. Between 9 and 10, I'm going to be what's for, not my pocket. Between 9 and 10 at night, they're going to go swimming. Bloody crazy. Crazy. What we got? Question. Are you sponsored by Tamron? Tampon? No, I'm not. Only their broken lens division. Yeah, do you know what? I did actually send my video to them just to see if I could get some pity, see if they'd, I see everyone's doing this buy me a coffee thing. Sod the coffee, I don't drink it. Just give me some money in PayPal. Links down below. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not sponsored by Tamron. I wish I wouldn't have a bloody broken lens, would I? Those that do watch me, you know I've got a broken Tamron. And I get some stick for it. I was getting picked on in the group the other day. That's one thing about A View to Meet, the Facebook page, my Facebook page, and Ben's Facebook page. It's the one problem with that. They like their banter. So you make sure you got, wide shoulders. Because they will take the piss out of you. Won't they? Yes. Start a GoFundMe. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm taking the mick getting people to believe buy me stuff, but they do. I watch a lot of the space ones. This guy called Felix for What About It? German fella. He wants to go and live in, it's not Florida now, is it? Like, that's where most of the flights go from, but I don't think it's Florida he wants to live. I'm pretty sure it's Boca Chica where they're doing all the SpaceX stuff. But anyway, he done this kind of like, he's quite successful on YouTube, yes, so he's already earning money, etc. from it. So he has this, you can donate, $5, $10, whatever. And he was doing it for a 4K camera, right? Of which everyone watches on their mobile phone, makes no bloody difference whether it's in 4K or not. But anyway, he done that, he got bloody thousands for it. Now, he's got another campaign going for a house. So him and his family can move from Germany to, I'm sure it's not Florida, I'm pretty sure it's Boca Chica, that he wants to go and live in. Just like, what? And I feel bad saying, buy me a beer, give me some money for a new Tamron. I nearly said tampon. Not a great advert for PayPal, that. What's not? What, me just saying, give me some money? Maybe I've got to make it more enticing, you know what I mean? Dress in some rags, maybe sit in a corner somewhere, shake a little plastic cup. But yeah, it's a, AJ, all right. I've got a few coming on now. Here we go. Chat rate is at 2. I don't know if that's 2 per minute or 2 per 10 minutes, who knows? But it's going, which is nice. It definitely makes it a bit more entertaining. When you watch it back, you're probably like, what the bloody hell is this guy talking about? Because you can't see the chat. Or can you? I don't know. But yeah, where was I going with that one? I'm all off it now. Yes, the whole sort of GoFundMe and whatever. I feel a bit out of order doing it. But the people are starting to do it. Some of the smaller channels are doing this buy me a coffee thing. I know Paul does it. The Aussie fella with the big beard. What's his name? Ralph. He does it. So maybe there's something in it. But who's going to give me any money? I mean, I don't know. I'll do one called Buy Me a Beer. I'll never get a new lens. I'll just get lots of beer. That'd be nice. Yes, you can see the chat afterwards. Oh, hello, Paul. Chef. All right. Question. What's the one thing you haven't photographed but would love to? Linda Lusardi, 20 years ago. All the young ones now are like, ooh, Google that. Google it. Biggie. God, I don't know what that means, Kate. I'm not even going to ask what my wife's on about. Yes, that's lost me. Because there's such a delay on when the chat comes through to when I speak. I've forgotten what I was speaking about by the time it comes through. No, seriously, no. On what would I like to photograph that I haven't? There's obviously places around the world that, yes, would be nice to photograph. As far as genres, I think I've tackled most of them. Most quite badly. but I think I've tackled most of the genres, bar nude. I'm having a little attempt at some sort of portraity, and I wouldn't mind getting some models on board and stuff like that. This is one actually for the photographers. Who pays who? Yeah, simple as that. Models or photographers? Do the models pay the photographer because they want the pictures for their Instagram, etc.? You know, their portfolio, or do photographers pay models so they can show off their photos? Because I genuinely don't know which way it works. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't started a buy me a coffee link, but thought about it. Same as affiliate links. Yeah, I've been offered various affiliate links on Instagram, stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ever going to gain. I don't see that my channel's directing enough people to then go to the things that I bought from Amazon or whatever down below to then get a few pence back on that. I don't know. I think I'm just going to slap my PayPal link down there and see if anyone wants to be generous. Help buy me a new Tamron. To be honest, I probably wouldn't buy a Tamron because the last one broke. Probably go Canon ideally. It's the, yeah, leave it with me. What else we got? I still don't know what big he was though, Kate. Yeah, you can see the chat. Linda in the cold. Linda in the cold. Right. I'm going to even need reminding or I've massively missed something. Neither. Time for photos. Okay. Yeah, see, that was how I saw it. And the ones I've obviously done family shoots and whatever for a few quid. But I think as far as the model, if I approach someone, I don't charge them, basically. So if I see a cool car and I'm like, mate, here's a card, can I photograph your car sometime? I'm not going to charge them. If they approach me, then I charge them. So if a model message me, can you take some photos for a portfolio? I'll say yes. Charge her. That's a new Tamron, please. But yeah, I suppose it is just scratching backs, isn't it? And I'll be honest, when I was up the Stiper Stones, there was a fella taking photos of a girl up there. She was nice. Sorry, Kate. So I guess there's harder jobs to have as well. You know what I mean? I'd rather that than pets. Bloody hell, they're a nightmare. It sounds to me that if you're not able to self-promote it, totally means that people in this, sorry, I'm really bad at reading. People in these groups are bitter and their work isn't good enough instead of groups that are more sportive. Yes, exactly. I don't know how far back you are in the video, or if you're just literally going off the thumbnail or what. But yeah, you know, we've touched on it, and it is that it's almost their own insecurity. They set it up so everyone just bows down to the admin, and then when these other people start becoming somebody on that page, they kind of go, well, they're getting quite big on this page. People are liking them. Let's make an excuse to ban them. Can't use the word photo or something stupid like that. But it's crazy. I've got two screens here. One's live, one's delayed. It's proper doing my head in. So I believe I'll probably wind it in. I like to keep these around about half an hour. So 7 minutes. But you know, any more questions? Carry on. Let's go. I've got 3.5 minutes of beer left. You know how Vin Diesel lives his life 10 seconds at a time. I don't. I live it one sip at a time. That's what I'm going for. I'm having a rest. It's hard work talking for half hour. But to my knowledge, we've had audio, we've had feed the whole time. I think I've got it. Although I was a bit nervous when I was first setting it up. The stream key wouldn't work. I was like, oh God, reset, try again, reset, try again. It wouldn't bloody load my picture up. I was like, no, I've got it going. But we did get there in the end. But those who have been around and commented and watched all put a thumbs up. You know what I mean? You're still here. So I expect to see at least 10 thumbs up. I'm going to look. No, I don't want to look. Am I a bugger? I'm just going to say, I think my mum's watching, possibly. Oh, I've just lost one. Look, they didn't like the idea of a thumbs up. They're like, no, sod that, see you later. I'm out of here. But no, it's been good fun as usual. And I'm glad that it's gone well. It was a bit of a last minute one. I didn't know. Oh, hang on. How about a video doing high speed sync? Well, now you are just talking to someone who is completely illiterate bar taking a photo. You're lucky I can even turn a laptop on. I can look into it and I can figure it out because I've figured this much out. I've played with latencies. Apparently if you get quite a fast chat, you want ultra low latency, but then that affects your buffering. And I'm not hardwired to the internet. I'm using Wi-Fi from a garage. Well, the Wi-Fi's in the house and I'm in the garage. which is detached from the house. So I'm a bit of a distance away from it. So I don't know how that affects it. Yes, going forwards, I want to get a very long lead basically and just run an Ethernet so I'm at least plugged in solid. But I don't know how you do the high speed sync. I've had to do an audio sync because I use a separate audio to visual, and I think I'm slightly more in sync now. But when I use the same settings on Facebook, it's well out of sync. I don't really do Facebook much, just my little raffles and stuff, of which go over and check Chrisography79, KRIS, ography, because I do the raffles for some of my fancy work. Most recent, oh, bloody nearly dropped it. Most recent being this, eh? That's what I'm talking about. That's why we take photos. Get them printed. Get them printed, boys and girls. Okay, depends on the camera he has and if it can change to above. All right, okay. Yes, I dare say it can. So shutter speed. Right, I can probably even do that now, but I don't touch it. I'll do a test with that. Yes, I can turn the shutter up. It's a Canon 80D, and I'm pretty positive I can turn the shutter up higher than that. But what I do get, if I go higher than 30 frames a second, the LED strip above my head flickers. But I think there's a point where you can then go higher, which might even be that high, and then that sort of balances out. I'm not too sure. I'll have a test. I will have a look if that's how that works. I think I've printed. Oh, hang on. Depends on the camera he has, and if you can. Oh yeah, no, I read that one. I think you've printed about 4 prints. Yeah, I mean, that's why we take the photos. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's great that we do all the photos and we get them put on all these platforms. Facebook destroys the arse out of them. What's the other one? Instagram destroys them. Flickr. Right. Now Mark's on this Icon Shots over on Instagram. He's on Flickr, so I checked out his Flickr. That sounds so wrong. Big lad, you should have seen him on his little scooter. He looked right plonker. No, I went and had a little look at his Flickr, and I tell you what, it shows how much Facebook destroys pictures. Because I obviously see mine as mine, and then I do see them on Facebook, and I notice a bit of a difference. He uses a Sony A6, I think. Could be wrong, but he uses one of the Sonys. It's not the A7 or the 3 or whatever it is. And they're bloody sharp as. Really nice. It's a shame that, you're putting these pictures on that you're proud of and you put them on Facebook. Look at these pictures, they're wicked. And by the time it's certainly stars, I know me and a few of the lads, we've done like a few star, astrophotography and whatever. And by the time you've put them on Facebook, you've lost half the stars. They've gone. It just doesn't find them. So Flickr for resolution, good. But surely you want them printed. Simple as that. I know you can't print every shot, obviously, although I make a good effort. As we know, I do have a good friend who helps me out with some printing. But you should still print it. It's not going to be expensive. Just buy a printer. I bought, in the first lockdown for the school, for the kids, we bought a little HP, it was 1200 or something like that. It was 45 quid. It was in a sale, normally 75. We got it for 45 and we got a £25 Just Eat voucher. So we essentially got it for 20 quid. Buy some photo paper, pretty cheap stuff, and it prints decent photos, That is another one to Birmingham. That is the 2057 to Birmingham, I think. Yep. But yeah, even if it's just that, because I just print, I get my nice stuff printed, and then other ones, certainly a few family ones and whatever, I just print them off on the little Canon, the little HP printer, of which if you join HP, their monthly subscription, £3.50, you can print up to 100 pages and they roll over and they just send you ink. So it's like £3.50 a month and you can just print. And it doesn't matter if it's typed work or actual photos. It doesn't matter how much ink you use, you're allowed 100 pages. So do that, print your own work. That's what you need to do. Right, just going to have a couple more. That poppy pick is worth winning with the location and coordinates. Yeah, it was. I'm trying to get work to get at least A0, if not bespoke, and go even bigger. Because I work for a nursing home, as most probably know, cook for a living, and we've got plenty of space up in this lounge. And one of the top end of this nursing home is called the Wrekin, which is our local hill, as anyone who watches me will have seen me on plenty of times. And that shot there, that poppy one, has got the Wrekin in the background, And obviously the poppies look nice, it's colourful. I think the old people will like looking at it, you know. So I'm trying to get, and they will go for it, a big one, real massive. That'll probably be the biggest work I've printed. This is big, but there's not much detail, so to speak. Although what is in the detail is bloody sharp. So it'll be nice to see that done as a whopping great picture. Obviously, I'll vlog it because I vlog everything. In flash mode, some cameras can't. I think he was on about using an external flash. Right, bloody hell, I have no idea how that works. No, I mean, I've got an external light and an LED strip. It's all the lighting I've got. You know, hey, there's delay. That's part of YouTube. I know that YouTube has delay, and I'm not sure on how the settings work and how I can keep up with the chat. It's just how it is. Right, we have gone on now, so it is time to wind it up. I'm going to have another sip of this. And I'm going to go indoors. Probably have another beer. Right, everybody, thank you so much for joining in. It's been a fun one tonight. I came out with not much to talk about. It was a little bit like, you know, I just want to do one and keep it going. I like the idea of the whole sessions thing on a Sunday night. I enjoy it. So I just had literally a few little things scribbled down of things that have happened to me over the last day or two on groups. So that was that. Right, I'm going to end it until the next one. Keep watching. Give it a like and a subscribe. Peace out. Figure this bloody thing out now.